Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary series. And first turn, Blister Pod, 1-1. When it dies, you get an Eldrazi Scion. Stankmeyer for a mountain. Zergo Bellstriker. Bone Splinters. Alright, this is the first time I've seen Bone Splinters since... what was it, Cold Snap? I have to say, I thought it was a crap card when I saw it in Cold Snap, but then once I saw what it could do, I quickly changed my opinion. So, especially in the current standard with all the things that you can sacrifice that, aren't your key players. For example, Blister Pod is a perfect sack for Bone Splinters. Cinderglade. So, red with a splash of green. Attacking with the spawn, Wild Slash. And sacks it, Collected Company. Okay. I was wondering, Carrier Thrall and Nantuko Husk. Because I was thinking, well played, wait until his inside of his attack phase to kill it so that when he sacks it for mana, he'd have to use it on an instant, but I wasn't thinking Collected Company. I was thinking, haha, you lose your mana. I have to say, it's looking like a pretty nasty matchup for the red and green deck. Because if this deck is all about sacrificing creatures, especially Husk, Husk is going to be a ridiculously hard thing to kill. And then his other creatures, with Husk in play, his other creatures are just fodder to keep it alive. You'd have to crack it with a, Scouring Flames, or Exquisite Firecraft from the start to even have a hope in killing it. But Sultai Emissary, a spawn, or a Scion, sorry. I played through, or did I? Yeah, I played a little bit of the, no. I think I went through the whole Zendikar block. Sorry, my memory's going. I'm pretty sure that I played the first set of Zendikar block when it was in standard. So, for me, it's hard to get my mind to switch to Scion off of Spawn. Attacking with the Abbot. I have to admit, it's either block with the Husk or just not block. Well, not even block with the husk. You know, if you're gonna block it, just block with the emissary. But he chooses not to block, which is understandable. It's only a 2 damage. Four mana, 5 with the Scion. The field is open, so all in or not? Oh, it was a lag spike. One of these days, I'll be able to afford a better internet connection. So he got through, played Liliana, who, with Nantuko Husk, is a ridiculously easy planeswalker to flip. And no blocks. That's what I would choose. He's got 3 cards in hand. It's a red and green deck. You've got to expect him to have burn spells or buff spells. Tarkus Command. 3 damage to each opponent, and creatures you control get +1/+1 in reach. So it'll be a 4, 3 damage from Atarka's Command, so that's a 7. He'll be down to 8. If he doesn't block. 2 mana. Ooh. What have we got here? Because I'm not... Become Immense. 6/6. I was about to say, I'm not familiar with the Delve cards that are outside of black and blue. Because you just don't see them. This is a very rare instance of seeing a Delve card being played that isn't black or blue. But he's got him at 1 life. He's tapped out, so swing all out. Liliana will gain you 2, so you'll be back to 3. So you'll be safe from 2 damage hits. And then you've got 3 cards in hand. You've got 4 lands in play, a 5th mana from the Scion, or, let's see, 2, 4, let's see, 6, 8, 10. He could have hit him for 10 if he had sacrificed the Emissary, Spawn, and then the Manifest. Why did you wait until... I mean... I'm wondering why he waited until now to do it. Because the Emissary deals 1 damage. You buff the Nantuko Husk 2 every time you sack a creature to it. So you would have dealt more damage and achieved the same thing. But at the same time, Lily would have flipped and not dealt any damage. Sorry guys, I had to work my way through that. So Minister of Pain. I've been seeing this creature more often. She's actually quite useful. And he sacrificed the Manifest over here. Ooh, dragon fodder. Okay, so 2 blocks. Yeah, this is game. No? I was thinking he wouldn't block the husk. As long as he blocks the husk, he's okay. Unless our green and black friend here has something. Target non-legendary. Ah. Oh. Hmm. Bone splinters. That is interesting. If he has another one, then it is game. If he has a kill card of any kind, it's game. Oh, the manifest. Hmm. So, block the husk. Ah, the manifest was a husk. So there you go. That he couldn't have known. So that was a really close match. I mean, all it would have taken was another burn spell from the red-green deck, and this wouldn't have been a win for the green and black deck. But I do like the concept of this green and black deck. It's very nice. And to be honest, I've seen similar concepts in Abzan Rally decks, but at the same time, this cuts out a color, so theoretically it should run smoother. So I'm wondering, what exactly, what exactly is the point of cutting white out when you could just run Rally? But at the same time, it doesn't suffer from, well, I was trying to think, what does Rally suffer from? What is the drawbacks of Rally? And really the only weakness in Rally is the graveyard. This deck doesn't really suffer from graveyard kill, or, if you had something to kill their graveyard, because it doesn't really care what's in its graveyard. And theoretically, you can get the same end results in this green and black deck. Though it's not nearly as flashy as being able to go, oh, I pay, 6 mana and every creature in my graveyard is now on the field and there's 18 triggers on the stack and... Oh, Hangerback Walker. I have to say, that is unusual. I don't remember seeing Hangerback Walker in a red aggro deck. Though this is I will call this a red and green aggro deck, because this clearly isn't just a splash of green. You splash for a Tarka's command. I have to admit, though, that it was kind of neat seeing Become Immense, because, if I don't see it being played, then, I kind of forget that they exist. Fleshback Marauder. Oh, I see. I was wondering, save the walker for being able to pump. And he says, I say, excuse me, but I'll finish my thought. And he says, no, I'll do it now. I had to sneeze right in the middle of trying to say what I was going to say. So he's got a pretty nice field right now. But what is that? Minister of Pain would, pardon the pun, or, well, the obvious pun, but he's going to, if he had that, it would bring a world of pain onto him. Well, it wouldn't kill the Swift Spear. Alright, Titan Strength. This is gonna hurt. 2, 4, that's 10 damage. Does he have anything else? Become Immense. 16 damage. I am actually liking the addition of that Become Immense. That thing can, by itself, turn the tide. Also, it can just ramp the amount of damage that you can do. I mean, red aggro decks are fast. They just are. But with that slight addition of green, I mean, Atarka's Command, I haven't seen a whole lot of. But I have seen it. Become Immense is like the one of from this guy's deck. And it's proving its worth. I mean, that is ridiculous burst right there. 16 damage in a swing. Alright, Swift Spear. Starting it off traditionally for a mono red deck. Though this isn't a mono red deck. Sultai Emissary. Not a bad chump blocker versus a red aggro deck. Even if it doesn't kill the creature it blocks first, the manifest creature most likely will, unless they have a trick. So Wild Slash. Okay. Titan Strength. Wow. There's a lot of damage up front. Fleshbag Marauder. And he sacks the Marauder. I'm wondering what this manifest is. Maybe it's a husk? For the way his deck is built, Husk is a much more valuable creature than the Fleshbag. Not looking good for the red-green deck. mean, I know it's pretty early to say that, but the fact that he's not pedal to the metal tearing this guy's face off tells me that his hand isn't as good as he would like it to be. Roast. And that was a Grim Haruspex. Zergo Bell Smasher. Or Bell Striker, sorry. Another one of those, I remember the first card better than the second, and my brain just smashes the two together. Zergo Helm Smasher, Zergo Bell Striker, and Liliana. What's this? Spawning Bed. 6 and you get 3 Eldrazi Scions. 13 life. And he's going for it. Now, if you're in the black and green player's position, you're expecting a trick. And he has one, Atarka's Command. So 3 damage, he's up to a 3/3, and become immense. Puts him up to 9, so that, wow. He's got him at 1. Lily will bring him back to 3. Zero cards in hand. But he could top deck. Okay, let's see. Bone Splinters. Okay. Liliana's gonna flip. Zergo is dead. He has a 2/2 blocker. And he brings back the Emissary. So now he has 2 blockers. 3 life, though. Grim Haruspex. He could top deck Lightning Strike, Atarka's Command, Exquisite Firecraft, or land. Though, come to think of it, we haven't seen any of the higher value damage or direct damage spells from him. Okay, 3/3, and it all comes down to this. Can he draw what he needs? Abbot of Carol Keep. That wasn't what he needed, but it'll give him another card, and it's a land. And that's game, folks. Though, I have to admit, that was really close. That first match, really close. Second match, he just brutally smashed him. And then the second match also came down to be really close. But that was Green-Black Sacrifice versus Red and Green Aggro. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like